Hi everybody, Merry Christmas! It's Carla from Casey Creates. Thought I would just do a video. It's Christmas Eve and I wanted to visit with you and make sure I had a video that expressed to all of my YouTube friends a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holiday Season, and I pray blessings on your new year. I wanted to show you also what I've been doing to just kind of relax during the holiday and take a moment to realize the true meaning of the season and not be so hurried. One of my favorite things is to look through Christmas books, particularly baking and decorating books with the Christmas theme. And so I have my cup of peppermint mocha. Actually, it's mostly coffee. That's one of my favorite things to do to help me remember that it's a holiday and we can rest and enjoy special treats. And this is actually one of the cups that I made. It's a new design with these lace. I think they use Sugarveil. They're Sugarveil molds, but I just pressed it in some porcelain clay. So this has been my holiday cup. So if you want to visit with me for a moment, maybe you can grab your own special drink or cup of tea and let's chat for a minute. I'm also going to show you how to make stained glass cookies. It's pretty simple process, but makes really pretty decorative cookies, and I've been having a lot of fun making cookies. This is one of the books that I love to look through. It's by Ideals, and it has lots of vintage style stories and images, and it's just a relaxing way to enjoy the holidays, sitting and thumbing through this. This was actually in my mother's bookshelf, so I made sure I saved this one. And then through the year I will pick up Christmas books as I see them and if they interest me. And this was one of them by Susan Branch. It's called Christmas Joy. And what I'm grateful for is often I'll pick these things up and then tuck them away and forget about them, and the season will pass and I've not looked at them, but this year I remembered and kind of kept them all together. And I love the illustrations, and there's verses and poems, and it's just such a cute, cozy little book. So I've thumbed through this one a few times. Don't you love the fir tree that's got the almost skeleton looking branches? I like trees like that. It's got sugar cookie recipes. This one's for butter cookies. Grandma's frosted molasses cookies. Sounds good. Christmas nut cookies. So this is a really sweet one. Enjoyable to look at. Oh, I actually did candied orange peel the other night. I didn't know this was in here. So there's this one that I've been thumbing through. And this is my new one for the year. I often will pick up a new one every season if it looks like it suits the style of cookies I like to make. And this one definitely does. It even has sort of that old-timey look to it. Look at that Christmas box of cookies. They're beautiful. I used to get into the really bright, colorful royal icing sugar cookies, but this year I've been gravitating to the more natural-looking cookies. Old-timey, but I do still love sugar cutouts. So that's what I'm about to do with you guys, but I think what I'll do is just chat with you in this one and then make a separate video on just how to do the stained glass cookies. We went to a Christmas cookie decorating party last night. It was so much fun, but I baked cookies for it, and I think I made 72 sugar cutouts. I love these. My mom used to make the twisted candy cane cookies. So we decorated and decorated, and I still had a lot to bring home. So that's another relaxing thing I'll do later this week, is just sit and decorate up the rest. My sister made gingerbread for the decorating last night. They looked pretty much like this. Everyone was so creative with their style. And can you believe they wouldn't let me enter my cookie? I am an artist and I am an art teacher, and they thought that I decorated mine. It's kind of like when they don't let professionals in the Olympics. They wouldn't let me in the cookie decorating. It's fine. I'm not bitter. I just took my cookie and went home. Not really. It was fine. And it was really fun. I've made these this year. Can you believe my boys said, "Mom, I think that's a lot of food coloring." So yeah, they're at that age now where they're more concerned about the dye in their food than the colorful cookie. And I do love the bakery black and white cookies. So I'll have to try these someday. Anyway, my mom also made these, the crackle cookies. They're really easy. You just roll the dough in powdered sugar before you bake it, and then they come out with that really nice crackle look. But of course, I love to do decorations on the surface. These are Linzer cookie. Well, it's the style sandwich cookie, but that's hazelnut, and we can't have nuts in our house because my boys have nut allergies. Peppermint meringues look really good. See, I like these. I like the look of the fruit and nut in the old vintage tin and then tied up with butcher's twine. I think that just looks so classic. So I've spent time enjoying creaming the butter and the sugar, and even going on YouTube videos and seeing how people make cookies that I've never made before. This one's really easy. You just put really soft dough in a zip bag with a star tip and you just swirl it. And that way you don't need a spritz maker, but I do have a spritz maker, and these are Madeleines with that yummy cup of coffee, which sounds like a good idea. Excuse me. Still sipping my coffee. So it's a warm Christmas Eve here. So there's no hopes for a white Christmas in South Carolina. It's biscotti. You guys, I have a neighbor. Her parents were Italian immigrants. She's quite a bit older than me. I'm gonna guess she's mid-70s, but she still bakes huge trays of Italian cookies, and for the second year now she brought over a tray of cookies for our family, which to me is just the epitome of neighborliness. I just think that is so special. Not to mention, every single cookie was delicious. She made, like, I don't know, 12 varieties, and not one of them, they all taste different. So you could tell she really put a lot of love and attention into them. See, I think these are just so simple and pretty because they're so simple. Oh, a pinoli. This is one of the ones she brought. Oh, those are delicious. Oh my goodness. I'm thinking, I hear they're rather expensive because pine nuts can be expensive. I did make some this year. Oh, and these are the Linzers. So I'm going to show you really quick a little baggie of the cookies that I made. I boxed up a few for family members and mailed them off. That was really fun. Haven't heard from anyone yet, so hopefully they'll let me know how they like them. This is one of the favorites for most people, the Mexican wedding cake. cookie. It's got the chopped nuts inside. We usually use pecans. Oh, I think I actually have some in the baggie I'm going to show you. Peppermint bark, caramels. I never have luck with homemade candy. I guess I've also never had a candy thermometer either, so that could be it. Anyway, this is my new cookie book for the season. Excuse me. And I picked it because I like the vintage look and old-timey images. These are like the bright royal icing ones I typically do. So let me show you. Let me grab some wax paper because I have a feeling it might get a little dirty over here. So in this baggie I made some sugar cookies. I'm gonna have to slide this off, I think, because why on earth I wouldn't bring scissors, I don't know. Over here. As soon as I pull this off, I'll show you my homemade cookies. This is just 3 of the 5 varieties that I made. This is some tough ribbon. I remember this was the main kind of ribbon my mom would wrap our presents with, and she would, you know, crisscross it and turn it over and tie a bow, and it was awful without scissors when you try to break the ribbon. But I'm getting it. Here we go. So in my cookie box are these. They're called Little Chocolate Kissies, and I dusted them with cocoa powder. Some of them, my son Ethan helped me. We rolled in chocolate jimmies and then put a mini chocolate kiss on top. These are my Linzers, which ended up being delicious. I've got raspberry jam inside, and I took a lot of time on these. They've got almond flour and ground almonds, and the jam still had seeds, so I put it through, I cooked it until it was a little thinner, put it through a sieve to make sure I didn't have seeds, and it was worth the effort. So these are the Linzers, and then these are the Mexican wedding cakes. And I bundled up as many as I thought I would give away, and some of them I arranged really pretty in a box with parchment paper. And my husband, who's been eyeing this bag of cookies, I told him I just want to make sure that I didn't forget anybody, and as soon as I find out if there's anyone else I need to give them to, if there isn't, you can have them. So he's going to be quite happy because these are now going to be his. Even though I do have a treat station with all kinds of Christmas goodies. There's dipped pretzels and spritz cookies, and I don't know what else I put over there. And then later I'm going to make cheese straws. So, and then these I made with, well, let me slide this back over here so I can show you. I have these vintage cookie stamps, and I bought them last year. I had them in time to actually do cookies, but because we were in lockdown and I didn't have anyone to really share them with, so I stopped baking because I was like, we're going to have way too many goodies in the house, even though I wanted to try these. And they are truly vintage. They came in a box that you could tell was really old. Anyway, this is how they actually turn out. So the print doesn't show up as well as I thought it would, but if you can see, this is the wreath, and they're porcelain. They're very nice. So what I decided to do when I bake another batch is I'm going to brush them with egg wash, because it's very similar to working with clay. So when you put the egg wash, it kind of defines the texture a little better. When it bakes, it gets a little more golden brown down in the imprint. So I think that will make the image show up better. So I don't know if you can see it, but I just love it. So pretty. And then this is the Christmas tree. And look at the Christmas tree. It's an old vintage image with the candles on the branches. I still to this day don't know how they could put real candles on the tree without the tree burning down. But anyway, that's a pretty image. And then this one is the angel. Again, another vintage image. And then the last one is the snowman, and I tried to like cut around the image so that I got the actual face of the snowman. He's got the corncob pipe in his mouth. But anyway, I love doing cookies. I'm sure it has to do with my love for clay and pottery, but anything that I can roll out, cut, manipulate, trim, I love to do that. I'm going to do the stained glass cookies now, so I'm going to stop this video and come back and just specifically do the process. Now it's probably going to be a little I don't know, all over the place because I'm not the best at doing a process video, but I will do my best, and if you're interested you can try it. But there are tons of people doing them online. My husband's gonna get his cookies now. He'll be very happy. And I just want to say again, Merry Christmas to everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Here's one of my little clay gingerbread houses that lights up. It's just a votive tea light underneath. But I thought it'd be a pretty little prop to sit here while I chatted with you. So those of you who are just, you know, not in the best place this holiday season, do know that my thoughts and prayers are with you. And I know it's hard, and some people just wish the days away so they can carry on and not feel like they're forced to feel like everything is merry and happy and joyful. But I'm a firm believer that God is our comfort and our joy and our peace, and I hope you will experience his comfort and joy and peace in some way if you're having a hard time and struggling. Those of you who are blessed to have family, I pray you'll have a wonderful time visiting and connecting and enjoying each other's company, and just do something fun for yourself. Watch a fun movie, read a book, take a nap, do something that makes you feel special this holiday season. And until next time, I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.